Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to my channel. If it's Wednesday, I am right here, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:35 Central, and what is that? Probably 6:35 Mountain Time. I got to do some quick calculations there. And of course, 5:35 p.m. if you're on the Pacific Coast. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Twanna Carter, your career coach and champion for Black women in the workplace. And I got a good one for you today. I have a great one for you, right? So today's topic really does hit home for many of us. For those of us who are feeling stuck, if you're in your mid-career, and maybe not even mid-career, you're senior career, but you're still feeling stuck, right? So that's why I created this live video today, Black Women in Corporate, 5 proven strategies to help advance your career. So I want to thank you for being here with me today as well. Thanks to all of you who watch the replay. So many of you do. I really appreciate that, right? So I'm doing some duties today. I want to go ahead and comment. I do welcome your comments and everything. And if it takes me a second to get to it, just bear with me because I got some videos and clips and things that I want to get in there while I am doing the live today. But I do welcome your thoughts, right? How many people out there are kind of feeling stuck? I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people are feeling kind of afraid right now. There have been layoffs and things. There's a lot of layoffs in tech, a lot more coming. So people are nervous and then they're feeling stagnated. Like, should I go? Should I stay? Is this the right way? Well, let's talk about some proven steps for you to advance your career no matter what's swirling on around you, right? Because here's the thing, you know that you're capable, but sometimes that pesky imposter syndrome, it keeps whispering the doubts. It is holding you back from your next level. And I do want to say hello for Taylor. Taylor popped on today and said she can't wait for this one. And let me go over and see if I have any comments. I did tell Taylor, welcome, Taylor. I appreciate you for being on. So do again, show your comments. Let's see. There we go. Drop your comments and I will be sure to keep up with those. Okay. So let's get back over to the right page. So I'm doing something a little different. I have 2 computers running. I could not get my Mac to give me clear video. So you could see some of my video. You could hear me, but the quality was like, no. And I know I hate looking at a video that's bad. So I can certainly, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get this together, right? So, and sometimes when the imposter syndrome just kicks in, you do feel stuck, right? You feel stuck. And so today we're talking about problems. That's a problem. We want to talk about solutions, right? We definitely want to give you solutions today. And that's the whole point because honestly, I have been there, right? You've poured your heart and soul into your career. For some of you, into certain jobs, you like, I was there 150%. I gave you everything. You've racked up years worth of experience. You've conquered so many challenges. And, you've reached a leadership position or you one step away. I had a client who just landed her first, C-suite position last year. So you're right at that door. You're right there. But then lately things have felt kind of stagnant. You know, you're not getting the promotions or the recognition you deserve. And it almost seems like that fire in your belly is starting to dim. Okay. But hold on a minute, right? Because here's the good news. You're actually not alone in feeling this way. And the even better news, you don't have to stay stuck, right? You do not have to stay stuck. And so what I've gotten today are some proven strategies specifically designed to help Black women like us break through the barriers and reach their full potential. All right. And so that's what we're going to do. So without further ado, I want us to talk over the next few minutes about these strategies. Okay. Let's see if we can get that correct video to play. So number one, Build unshakable confidence in yourself. It is definitely time out. It's time to silence that imposter syndrome and really own your brilliance, right? And how do you do this? You do this by investing in you. You invest in you. Never ever hesitate to develop your and to invest in your own professional development, right? I remember working with a coworker and he was just angry. He was like really bad attitude, angry. And I was like, dude, why are you here if you're this angry? Very angry. Well, they said they would pay for my training and they're not investing in my training. And, I was like, oh, wow. How long has this been going? I've been here 6 years waiting for them to pay for my training. And I was like, dude, um, 6 years, like 6 long years waiting on someone to invest in your professional development. In 6 years, you could have put enough money together to take like 10 classes, right? You're angry because someone else isn't investing in your career, but you're not investing in your own career? Seriously? So, you know, he just kind of looked real funny at me like, I ain't talking to her no more. But let me just say that he actually applied for a detail, got the detail, landed the detail, and then ended up finding a job. He got hired there. So there was help. There was a silver, it was a cloud, silver lining in that cloud, right? So definitely continuously seek opportunities to enhance your skills and your knowledge, right? And it doesn't always have to cost you money. You could do things like, does your job support details? Do they detail you out to different organizations? Do they support job shadowing? Are there fellowships that you can apply for within your field? You can also take courses, and sometimes they will cost money. Sometimes your organization will invest in you, and sometimes they won't. But you got to be willing to invest in yourself regardless of what they do. You can attend workshops, and I've attended workshops for free. I've attended workshops and got CEUs. The workshop was free and the CEUs were free. So free is just a wonderful thing, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing. And for those of you that are in that space, pursue an advanced degree. If that's your thing, like I said, I'd get another PhD in a heartbeat. I really would if I had the time. I really would, or even certifications, right? Pursue those certifications that are relevant to your field. It is also important to note that investing in a good career coach, a great career coach who really understands you, who can cheer you on, and who can inspire and motivate you to be your best self is also a good investment in your professional development, right? So let's go on to number 2. Identify your unique value proposition. All right. Said another way, identify your strengths and your value. What makes you a game changer in your field? Why should people hire you? I had a coach, Chamonix, always called it your specialism. What's your specialism? You have it, right? That's why you have the job. That's why you've gotten as far as you did. What is it? When you identify what it is, then link that to your career development plan. In other words, set intentions. Some people do goals. I like to do intentions. But once you figure out what your specialism is, attach that to your career development plan so that for your whole career advancement, you created a plan and you can follow it. And it's based on your unique value proposition. What makes you you? What's your specialism, right? And be sure that you have short-term goals included in that, as well as long-term goals and some midterm goals, right? Now, when you do a career development plan, yes, you need to create one, right? You should create it. It doesn't mean that it's set in stone, right? It's kind of like, I've hired people when I've gone, I love to travel. You guys know I love to travel. And we'll hire someone to, here are the places that I want to see. And we'll take off all the things that when you go to a country, these are things that you want to see, right? But then when we hire this guy, they're like, yeah, you want to see this, but I'm gonna tell you something else. You don't want to miss this. So we end up veering off from what we wanted, what we planned, to the other things. But the other things that they point out are so invaluable. Think of your career development plan like that. Yes, it's a plan to follow, but sometimes you may take a detour and do something really valuable that's important and that's really beneficial to your career, right? So don't feel like, well, I can never veer from my career development plan. You can, right? But you just want to have something to shoot for at the end of the day. All right. Number three, advocate for yourself. Do not be afraid to speak up and advocate for yourself. You got to believe in you before you can ask anyone else to believe in you. You got to believe in you. You really do got to believe in you, right? So I'm going to take a moment here because, I love to talk if you hadn't figured that out. I want to go over and be sure I haven't missed any comments. All right. So like I said, I check that every so often to be sure I haven't missed anybody. If you are, you know, grateful enough and thankful enough and really into this and you give a comment, I at the very least need to be sure that I'm paying attention to your comments. So go ahead and drop any comments out there or any questions you have to ask, right? you know, Make sure that your accomplishments are known. And sometimes this is hard, especially for women, right? This can be difficult because we've been told that that's bragging, that's impolite, that's not the polite thing to do. And some of you may have seen, I have a post out on LinkedIn where Rent the Runway is actually giving out like $1 million in awards to folks who brag on themselves, who talk about something great they did in their career, to really get women out there and saying, this is what I've done. This is what I'm good at, right? Because again, you can't expect for others to advocate on your behalf if you're quiet as a church mouse. And believe me, I know whereof I speak because I was quiet as a church mouse. First 10 years or so of my equipment and my career, I was a church mouse. I was a can we just all get along? No conflict, no arguing, no anything. Can we just all like each other and just get along? Yeah, that didn't work out so well. I did learn though. I did learn how to advocate for me. And that's what I teach my clients, how to advocate for yourself. So definitely make your accomplishments known. You can do that without like being a douchebag and bragging. You don't have to do it that way. I know we look out and see people that do that. We're like, ugh, I don't want to be that person, but you don't have to. You can also ask for feedback. That's also advocating for yourself. Are you hitting the mark? Is there something you can improve upon? What could you do better? Here's what I did. What do you see needs improvement? You can also advocate for yourself that way. And be sure to seek out opportunities that stretch you and that you can grow and advance, right? Because just sitting around and a little church mouse saying, well, all I got to do is work really, really hard and they're going to see that and they're going to reward me. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, especially for Black women. Black women get typecast as a workhorse of an organization. In other words, I need you to stay right where you are, working as hard as you do, doing 100 times more than anybody else. I don't want you to like leave, get promoted in advance and leave me. And so Black women will be in places 5, 10, 15. I've seen people there 21 years, never promoted. Because if I just work hard, someone will notice me and promote me. That's just not how it works anymore. If it even ever did actually work like that, it certainly doesn't work like that now. You got to advocate for you. Like, does your supervisor know your plans? Does your supervisor know what your career goals are and what you want to be and what you want to do? They should. He or she should. Unless you got one of those supervisors that's like a total idiot. And anytime you say you want something, they're trying to sabotage you. In that case, you just probably need another job. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But definitely, you will want to advocate for yourself. Okay. And so, number 4, if I'm hitting it right. Okay. Nope. That is not number 4. That's not the number 4 that I needed. And did I do it number 4? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think I downloaded the same one twice, but no problems. Number 4 is network like a professional. You must put in the time to build your network. I know. I'm an introvert and I have social anxiety, so I know y'all kind of like, I just feel when you say networking. It doesn't have to be difficult, right? It really doesn't. You should. I coach my clients always be networking, always. Whether you're on a golf course, you're at the tennis court, right? If you're at your kid's soccer game or your niece or nephew's soccer game, if you're at the Ulta makeup store, wherever you are, just be networking. Meet people, have your cards ready, have your digital cards ready if you got a digital card, right? You want to master networking so that people speak your names in rooms even when you're not present. That's the purpose of networking and that's the value. And networking is a give and a take. Offer value first. That's why some people just feel icky because you're walking in asking for something first. You want to offer value first. That's the first thing. I tell people oftentimes a real simple one is just simply, some new research. And I've got some new research I've been looking out there and things are popping up. I have, and if you're like, well, how do I find research? Well, just do what I do. I have Google Alerts set up and I have all these categories and they send me, I don't have to go search for. I literally clicked on a link last night. I was like, oh, that's new research. I got to put that out. Oh, that's new research. I got to put that out. Do that for your field or whatever field that your mentor is in or your mentor or someone you're looking to network with, right? Google will send it to you. If you want it every day, it'll send it to you every day. Whoo, it will send you stuff. But if you want it every week or whatever it is, but it will send it. And when the title pops up, you click on it and it just gives you a list of articles that came out that day with that topic. So easy peasy. Easy peasy. I send people that all the time. If it's an article brand new in their field, I was like, hey, I saw this, thought you might be interested. And people are so grateful for that because it means that they didn't have to put in time to go out and search the internet and come across the article that fits. It was just already there, right? It was just already there. You send it to them and they're happy to do that because it takes time to research. I happen to be a lifelong learner, so I love research. I love getting the new stuff, but do that for someone. That's an easy way to network. It's just easy peasy, right? I promise you, it's not difficult at all. Only thing that's difficult is if you set it up for every day and you get 30 emails from Google Alert, depending on how many of you guys set up, you may not want every day, but pick something that's convenient for you, right? And again, it is about networking so people drop your names in the places where you're not present and people are looking out for you, right? So for a free copy, because I know some of y'all still go, oh, networking, no. If you like a free copy of my 5-step guide to master networking, it's just 30 minutes a week. Drop network in the comments and I'll get that to you because you really don't have to spend hours and hours and hours networking a week, right? I promise you do not. You can do it in 30 minutes and be done. Okay. So just drop network in the comments for that. Right. And here's the thing. Again, I'm an introvert and I have social anxiety. I live, living in my own little world, but I don't just coach this. I actually live this, right? I'm so excited and looking forward to attending the Be Wise brunch next month, April 14th. So Be Wise is Black women in science and engineering. They are in the DC area. We're meeting up next month for brunch. And I'm telling you, I've bought my ticket. It's only $10, ladies. For those of you that are in STEM and you're looking for a group of folks network, and if you're in the DMV, the DC, Virginia, Maryland area, well, there's something for you to go to right there. Easy peasy. You get good food too. You can't beat that, right? So networking does not have to be difficult. Even if you're an introvert like me, it doesn't have to be difficult, right? And so, if you are actually finding this live valuable right now, do me a favor, click the thumbs up or hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more valuable career tips, right? And the more you like, the more I'm putting out more stuff that I think is helpful for you. And these are free tips. You don't have to pay anybody for these tips, right? You don't have to pay for this at all, right? And so, number 5, right? Negotiate, Okay, so I see what I did there. It should say advocate for yourself. It should say negotiate. Ah, okay. I mislabeled it. All right. And that was 5. Mislabeled. But okay. All right. And then let's see. Did I get that right? Yes. Negotiate your worth. Every time that you fail to negotiate what your worth is and you get paid less, you are losing out on wealth. It's like, well, what does that matter? So let's do that one again. Because over there in that picture, there's a little girl sitting there. When you're not negotiating your wealth, it may be your daughter, your niece, your nieces, your nephew, someone you're losing out on wealth, and someone is just really profiting off your back and getting wealth from you, but you're not building your own wealth. Okay. So that's why it's so important to understand what your unique value proposition is, advocate for yourself, networking. Why do we do all of that? Know what our goals are so you can negotiate your worth when you're looking at these positions, right? And again, it's not always money. Most days it is, but also if someone says you have unlimited PTO and they're paying you maybe one, two, $3,000 less, but you're taking care of an aging parent, or your spouse has cancer, or your daughter has cancer, you need a lot of time off. That's a win-win. That is just a huge win-win. Or maybe it's $5,000 less than what you want, but they're giving you a $300,000 stock option. That happened to one of my clients. Yeah, that is more than worth it. A $300,000 guaranteed stock option is well worth that short $5,000 every day and twice on Sunday, as Lady G used to say. So get confident about asking for what you deserve and get comfortable closing that deal on your next dream job. Don't shortchange your wealth. I like to travel. And so for those of anybody else out there like me, like to travel, travel is expensive depending on where you go and how long you stay. Travel is expensive. It can be expensive, right? So definitely you will want to have money for that. You'll want to have money for trips, maybe a niece or nephew to give them money to go to college with, or if they're getting married, whatever it is, it's you're working for it, you're worth it. Negotiate for it, right? So you definitely want to negotiate so that you can nail your next dream job and get paid what you're worth, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next, right? It will be difficult to advance your career if you can't negotiate your worth, right? It is painful for me to hear women that have been in places 20 years and they're being paid so much less, and or they find out that someone that just walked in the door with about a tenth of the education and a tenth of less of experience is getting $60,000, $70,000, getting paid more, $60,000, $70,000 more. That's a painful thing to hear. So you do have to learn how to negotiate your worth and stand on it. Definitely stand on it, right? So these are just a few tools, 5 proven strategies, right, to advance your career so you can unlock the next chapter in your career. But sometimes you need personalized guidance, right? To help you create that roadmap to success, and even to help you identify your unique value in those transferable skills, and to coach you on how to be successful at effective networking. When you need help, that's where I come in, right? If you're ready to get unstuck and to take your career to the next level, I'm offering a limited number of free 30-minute career solution calls. And I only take like 4 clients a month, right? I'm not trying to see all the clients in the world because I like to spend time with my clients. I like to have free time to make sure you're developing, that you get what you get. So this is not I'm trying to sign up 30 people this month. I don't. 4. And because I like the quality work that I do with you, and then we come in, you get what you need, you roll off, and then the next 4 roll on, right? So we're definitely at this career solution call. We're going to discuss your specific situation. I'm going to be asking you questions about where you are, how long you've been there, where do you want to go, what do you see as your obstacles. We're going to identify your intentions or your goals, depending on which one you set. And if I'm absolutely certain that I can help you, I'll show you how to get started with the next step to create a personalized plan to help you achieve your intentions or your goals. So do click the link in the description, and I'll also put it in the comments to schedule your free career consultation, right? It's a career solution consultation, and get started on your journey today to career mastery. Remember, Queen, you have the power in your hands. You got it in your hands. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to. So don't let anyone tell you differently. Until next time, keep shining. Thank you all for watching. Those of you who were live and those of you who caught the replay, thank you as well. I'll see you on the next one.